everyone, I'm Charles and these are the 2020 Oscar predictions from itsjustawesome.com. Like always, we're going to keep this short and just talk about a few of the categories this year to hopefully help you out at your Oscar watching parties on Sunday. Ready? Let's begin with Best Picture. The nominees are 1917, Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. It's a pretty eclectic list this year, a little something for everyone. And a lot of these films have been really connecting with audiences, so maybe the Oscar ratings will finally be better this year. I mean, I'm not trying to knock any of the quality of the other films in previous years, but if the point of expanding this Best Picture category was to make sure popular films were included, this is the first time I've actually seen it work. Joker alone has already made over $1 billion worldwide, and it also has the most nominations this year, by the way, with 11. And that's no small feat for a comic book movie, especially an R-rated one. And let's not forget that this category was expanded in large part due to The Dark Knight. So DC movies are really pushing the industry boundaries here, as is Netflix. That company made 2 of these nominated films. And that's significant because Netflix is slowly changing the game because they're clashing with the theater owners over how their movies are released theatrically. They're really upsetting the industry, essentially, and I think this is just the start. For a while there, The Irishman really had a chance of taking it home too, but I just don't see it happening anymore. I think there are 3 main contenders: 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Now, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood won the Golden Globe for comedy, and there's a lot of buzz for Tarantino, especially since he says he's only directing 1 more movie after this. And also, Hollywood loves movies about Hollywood and the golden age of cinema. Tarantino could take home the original screenplay this year, but I just don't see it winning in this category. It's still a contender, but I don't see it winning. Parasite won the SAG Award, and if it won the Oscar, it would be the first foreign language film to do so. It's also the first South Korean film to be nominated in this category. It will definitely win the award for foreign language film. That category is named Best International Film this year, but 1917 will win this, I believe. It won the Producers Guild Award, the BAFTA, and the Golden Globe for Drama. And based on that, I'd say this is what I would personally pick. It's almost a lock. But don't rule out an upset because the Academy does have a ranked voting system here, and that can lead to some surprises. Still, my money's on 1917. Coincidentally, it's also my favorite movie of the year as well, though I did love Jojo Rabbit, and I think that movie will win Best Adapted Screenplay. All right, next up, Best Director. The nominees are Bong Joon-ho for Parasite, Sam Mendes for 1917, Todd Phillips for Joker, Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, and Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Bong Joon-ho is the first South Korean person to be nominated here, and while his work was amazing, this will be Sam Mendes' year. He's already won a BAFTA, a Golden Globe, and a Directors Guild Award for 1917, and he's going to add an Oscar to that as well. He's a lock. It'll also be his second directing Oscar if he wins, exactly 20 years after winning his first one for American Beauty. Next, Best Actress. The nominees are Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan for Little Women, Charlize Theron for Bombshell, and Renee Zellweger for Judy. Scarlett Johansson now belongs to a very elite club, having been nominated twice for acting in the same year, in this category and in Supporting Actress. That's even more amazing considering these are her first Academy Award nominations. So that's really cool, but unfortunately for her, Renee Zellweger is going to win this year. She's already got a BAFTA, a Golden Globe, and a SAG Award. Consider her a lock for her second Academy Award win. Next up, Best Actor. The nominees are Antonio Banderas for Pain and Glory, Leonardo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Adam Driver for Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, and Jonathan Pryce for The Two Popes. Joaquin Phoenix all the way. He's already won a BAFTA, a Golden Globe, and a SAG Award. He is a lock. Now say what you will about Joker, but there's no denying his performance in it. And also, I find it interesting that Heath Ledger won an Oscar for playing the same character in The Dark Knight, especially considering their completely different takes. And the less said about Jared Leto's Joker, the better. Next, Best Actress in a Supporting Role. The nominees are Kathy Bates for Richard Jewell, Laura Dern for Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh for Little Women, and Margot Robbie for Bombshell. Sorry, Scarlett, but Laura Dern will win this year. She's already got a BAFTA, a Golden Globe, and a SAG Award for her performance. Okay, finally, Best Actor in a Supporting Role. The nominees are Tom Hanks for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Anthony Hopkins for Two Popes, Al Pacino for The Irishman, Joe Pesci for The Irishman, and Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, I love that Joe Pesci came out of retirement for this role, and I really loved his understated performance. But this year, Brad Pitt will win. He already has a BAFTA, a Golden Globe, and a SAG Award. It's also pretty apparent that Tarantino really knows how to write amazing supporting characters. I mean, look at Christoph Waltz. He won twice in this category for Tarantino movies. So those are the predictions from It'sJustAwesome.com. I hope this helps you out a bit, and if you like this video, please subscribe and check out our other stuff. Good luck this Sunday.